Merry Christmas, everybody. Well, it might be difficult. The news has just broke that MOUSSA Dembele looks as though, and I was expecting this in January, not going to lie, I did think that he'd maybe leave, at least at the end of the season. I was expecting it anyway. But Celtic have officially, according to Sky Sports or other sources, Sky Sports is pretty much as official as you could get nowadays, but according to Sky Sports, Celtic have agreed with Brighton an £18 million fee for MOUSSA Dembele to leave the club. So, it looks as though it is going to happen. It looks as though after, you know, about a year of speculation now, everybody will go here, go there, stay at Celtic, blah, blah, blah. It looks as though it is going to happen. He's obviously not played too much this season due to injury, but hands down the best striker in the club in my opinion, coming back from injury and proving that with the goals he has been able to score and the way he's played. I think he has been terrific since coming back, but it looks as though that he is now ready to leave the club, which is absolutely gutting. The day of this day of all days, Christmas, it's not the day I was hoping to hear this. I feel like it's officially been ruined because I'm genuinely devastated at the fact that MOUSSA Dembele could be leaving us. I'm quite frustrated that it has to be to a club like Brighton. No disrespect to Brighton fans. If any Brighton fans are watching this video, you're picking up a player here who is going to be phenomenal. Probably only be at you for a year or two as well, then he'll be off to bigger things yet again, as long as he continues up at the form that he has played at Celtic. Fantastic player. And I'm gutted. The reason I'm gutted that it's a club like Brighton is because the fact that he's going to be leaving Champions League, Europa League football to potentially be relegated from the Premier League really annoys me, because Brighton are going to struggle to stay up this season when it gets to the nitty gritty part, and he's leaving, you know, a chance of getting a decent Europa League run. If we sign the right players, he's leaving that opportunity behind, the chance to, you know, make a name for himself further in Europe, because he's not going to be playing European football now for the next couple of years, which is a platform where he's really got to show himself for his true qualities, the likes of his performances against Manchester City, Mönchengladbach, etc. Those games he really did get to show his true qualities, and he's not going to have that platform anymore if he does move to Brighton. £18 million, I do feel like would be in a... I mean, at the end of the day, how much is he worth? But I mean, in this modern era of football, I do feel like we are being ripped off a little bit. I would like to see more, 30 million quid, but I mean, I can't say he's worth 30 million quid. I mean, at the end of the day, we're going to get the argument he's only playing in Scotland. But I do feel like, you know, we could have, in this modern age of football, negotiated for more money from a Premier League side who can, at the end of the day, afford that. So, it looks as though he might be off. It'll come down to contract talks now, etc, etc, which hopefully goes badly. I mean, £18 million is a lot of money for Celtic. It would be our record sale. It would trump Fraser Forster, who was sold for £10 million. £18 million is a lot of money, and we cannot knock that back, so we need to take it. But, I mean, if I was Peter Law, if I was Dermot Desmond, Brendan Rodgers, etc., whoever makes the decision, I would genuinely go out my way just to try and get him a contract that he'd be satisfied with to stay at the club for maybe another year. Brighton are probably going to be able to give him 40, 50 grand a week. I'd imagine at Celtic he's on maybe 15 grand a week. Surely we have the money just to say, right, 6 more months, take 25, 30 grand a week, or even a year more, or something. I don't know, just match it, keep him at the club for Christ's sake. I'm going to miss him badly. I feel like truly, at his best, he is the best player at the club hands down, and it will be very frustrating and devastating to lose him, because he has got the quality to be the best player when it comes to European and domestic games. He is massive for us, a game changer of a player, really one of the best strikers that I've seen at Celtic. I mean, and I've got to have a time where there's been very good strikers at Celtic. You know, Gary Hooper, fan favourite, Scott McDonald was brilliant. You know, he had John Hartson, Chris Sutton, and Henrik, obviously not as good as Henrik, but Dembele, not a disappointment. He has followed the line of great strikers for Celtic. And it will be a crushing blow, but obviously if this 18 million comes in, surely the investment now has got to be there to improve this team. If we lose MOUSSA Dembele, We need to sign a striker. We have money to sign centre-halves now. Now is the time for us to get our finger out our arse well and truly. No more excuses. We've been making 30 million quid 2 years in a row for getting into the Champions League, and now 18 million quid off of MOUSSA DEMBELE. Surely we have enough to actually sign players that cost a wee bit more than, you know, £1 million. £2 million. Just try and do something. People, obviously, it's going to be hard to attract players to Celtic because obviously we don't have that same attraction as Premier League clubs or bigger leagues such as the Bundesliga and such. But the money is there to be spent now. We need to get our finger out the arse and spend it. I'm devastated. Moussa, I love you. I've got your signed shirt on my wall. Do what's right, Moussa. Stay at Celtic Park. Don't go to Brighton because the odds are you're going to be in the fucking Championship next year. Come on. European football is here, Moussa. Stay with us. I'm genuinely devastated. But at the end of the day, £18 million is a lot of money and it will benefit the club massively as long as it's put into the right places, which would be expected to be the transfer budget. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, a wee bit of Celtic transfer talk on Christmas Day. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. Even along with this news. So like, subscribe. See you all next time. Fucking hell, what a Christmas this is. There might be a Christmas miracle on the cards. Two sides to the story now. It's a bit frantic. Sorry it's the webcam, by the way. It's like fucking 10 o'clock. I've just woke up. I look a state. I always look a state. But anyway, Chris McLaughlin of the BBC, one of the, well, BBC Scotland, one of the more highly regarded pundits when it comes to Scottish football from the BBC anyway, has apparently heard from Celtic that this is nonsense. It's not true. So, fuck knows what's happening at this point. It's frantic right now. So it's a saga again. It's kicking off. But Chris McLaughlin, as I am currently reading, I will go back to the tweet. You can probably hear me clicking about. I feel like fucking Jim White here. A source from Celtic themselves apparently says that the bid is nonsense, not happening. So I guess only time will tell. The transfer window isn't even open yet, but it might be untrue, might be false. He may be staying. So, who knows? I imagine he will go in the next 6 months anyway, but just don't go to Brighton. That's really my point from this. But apparently it could be nonsense. Chris McLaughlin confirmed that, I guess, all day. We'll see stuff. Just make sure to keep updated on Twitter, I would say. And we'll see what happens. My Twitter, at RyanStephenF. I'll probably be tweeting about it as things come out. So if you want to follow me, do that. That would be lovely. But another wee transfer saga unravelling. I'll see you next time.